Ever wonder what your cat really thinks of other cats? Are they truly social, or do they prefer a solitary life? Does your cat need a friend? Let's dive into the fascinating world of cat social behaviour. We'll uncover their social secrets and help you understand whether your feline friend craves companionship or cherishes their alone time. And if you're thinking about bringing another cat into your household, this video will help you make the right decision for your cat. Welcome back to Cats with Matt. If you're new here, I'm Matt, a clinical cat behaviourist. Over the years, I've seen a wide spectrum of cat sociability. I often see cases where all hell breaks loose after the introduction of a new friend for an existing cat, or where a relationship between long-term cat companions breaks down, resulting in ongoing stress. But I also visit multi-cat households where it's a big love-in, with the cats resting together, grooming each other, and romping about in play. What's your experience with cats living together? If you comment below, I bet we'll get a range from my cat hates all cats and attacks them on sight, to there's nothing more my cat likes than hanging out with his feline crew. Cats are often portrayed as aloof loners with attitude, but also as loving goofballs. So what is it? Are cats actually social with other cats, or are we trying to fit a square peg in a round hole by having them live together? To answer this question and truly understand our feline friends, we first need to take a journey back in time. Our domestic cats are descendants of the African wildcat, Felis libica, a solitary hunter perfectly adapted to a life of self-sufficiency. This asocial ancestor was transformed through domestication into one of the most popular companion pets worldwide. Thousands of years of domestication has softened the loner tendencies of cats, but they still retain some of that ancestral independent spirit. This means they're not quite like us humans, or their cousins the dog, who have evolved to survive as part of a team and are hardwired for social connection. Humans and dogs are what we call socially obligate. We need social contact to thrive. However, cats are what we call socially flexible. As a species, their social preferences vary, influenced by factors like their individual personality, early experiences, their environment, and how long they've lived cohabiting with other cats. Some cats are true social butterflies, thriving on interaction with both humans and other cats. Others are perfectly content with their own company, intolerant of others, and enjoy a life of socially reserved self-fulfillment. I view cat sociality as a tug of war between their ancestral introversion and the extroversion brought about through domestication. One of the most fascinating insights into cat social behaviour comes from studying free-living cats, cats who don't have human guardians. In areas with abundant food, you'll often find groups of related cats living together in relative harmony. These colonies often have multiple queens who cooperate in raising kittens, even sharing nursing duties. The cats in the colony groom each other, play together, provide warmth for one another, and engage in other relationship-building interactions. Groups like these are a beautiful example of feline collaboration. But cats can also have a seriously antisocial side. These same cats, who happily share territory and resources with their relatives, can be fiercely territorial towards outsiders. Introduce an unfamiliar cat into the mix and you might witness hissing, staring, chasing, and even intense fighting. It's a stark reminder that cats have a strong territorial instinct and can be highly intolerant of intruders, especially feline ones. There's the old stereotype that dogs and cats don't like one another, but I'd say that with many individuals, another cat is a cat's worst enemy. The patterns we observe in free-living cats are also displayed by our house cats. The social side of cats can be so heartwarming, like you see here with my young boy Snugs and the friendship he developed with my elderly girl cat. Cats can also be asocial. In many households, cats live together without conflict, but also without close social bonds. They might rest together on the same sleeping spot without touching one another. However, in this situation, the draw could be the warmth of the sun rather than companionship. But the antisocial side of cats can create significant challenges for some of our pet cats. As a cat behaviourist, I need to acknowledge that I have a slightly biased perspective on feline social dynamics, as so often I'm working with families whose cats are experiencing social conflict with other cats within the home, which can be stressful and upsetting for all involved. Sometimes a seemingly simple event can trigger social upheaval. Perhaps one cat returns from the vet smelling a bit peculiar, and their housemate suddenly perceives them as an unfamiliar intruder. Or two cats who have grown up together hit social maturity, their relationship breaks down, and they try to kick the other out of their territory. Hissing, staring, posturing, and fights can erupt, leaving everyone feeling stressed and anxious. Sadly, some feline relationships never recover from these rifts. It can be heartbreaking to see cats who once got along perfectly suddenly become rivals. I'm also called in when a new cat is introduced into a household with an existing cat. This can be a bit like throwing a cat amongst the pigeons, so to speak. Rather than a welcome new friend, these new cats can be viewed as very threatening intruders. The established cat of the household can experience significant stress and, depending on their nature and confidence, will either try to get rid of the threat or be fearful and avoidant. Fights can occur, but primarily we tend to observe stress staring, posturing, hissing, and other signalling designed to keep the intruder at bay, including urine marking. This is where cats' communication limitations come into play. Unlike us humans, who can often talk things out and smooth over misunderstandings, or dogs, who have the social skills to build or repair relationships, if a cat feels worried about another individual, they tend to try to get rid of them, or avoid them, repel or run away. As a species, they aren't very good at peacemaking and communicating, "I don't mean any harm, can we be friends?" It's more like, "I don't like you, get out of here," or "I'm out of here." Because I so often see the challenging side of feline social dynamics, I advise caution when it comes to adding a new cat into a household. For some cats, getting them a friend can be the worst thing you could do for them. Of course, every cat is an individual, and there are countless homes where multiple cats coexist peacefully and happily. But it's important to remember that most cats aren't miniature humans who crave constant companionship. For many felines, the greatest gift we can give them is the security and serenity of their own territory, free from the stress of sharing with another cat. But we're all cat lovers here, and we often want more cats in our life. So the question is, how do we know if adopting another cat really is in the best interests of our existing cats? Would it be a lovin' if you introduced a new cat to your household, or would it be a stressful social nightmare? Let's look at how to assess whether your cat might cope with or even enjoy the introduction of another cat. In answering these questions, there are two broad areas you need to consider: your cat's social experience and their personality. Firstly, social experience. Early socialization plays a crucial role in shaping a cat's social tolerance. Kittens who grow up for their first months with other cats are more likely to feel safe around other cats and develop feline social skills. The length of time a cat has cohabited peacefully with other cats is also a big factor. Studies show that cats who have lived with other cats for longer periods tend to be more tolerant and sociable towards fellow felines. Some studies suggest that cats who are related are more likely to get on, but this may be less about their shared genetics and more about them spending their early formative weeks with each other, and then cohabiting over many months or years. Think about your own best friends. Chances are you've known them for a while, and it turns out cats are kind of the same. So experience is important, but so is a cat's temperament. If you've had a cat in your life, you know they have distinct personalities, just like us. Some are naturally more chilled and social than others, seeking out interaction and enjoying the company of their feline housemates. Others are naturally more introverted or wary, preferring solitude in their own space. There's an interaction, of course, between personality and experience. Some cats who have not had much feline socialization can be surprisingly tolerant of other cats, while others who have spent a lot of time with other cats can be quite antisocial. When people ask me if it's a good idea for them to get another cat, the key questions I ask are, do they have a history of positive interactions with other household cats as an adult? While there are no guarantees that they will get on equally as well with a new cat, as each pairing is unique, if they enjoy playing, grooming and snuggling with their current or previous feline companions, they might be more likely to be receptive to a new addition. The second question is, do they show friendly behaviour towards cats they encounter outside or see outside through a window? Do they greet other cats with curiosity rather than with fear or aggression? If so, this is probably an even better indication they might tolerate sharing their territory. As we've covered, introducing another cat into the household can come with risks. Because cats are not a socially obligate species like us, many thrive as the only feline in the household, enjoying the peace and quiet of their own space. But if you do decide to take the plunge and introduce a new cat into the household, take it slowly. Allow the cats to scent swap by switching the rooms they're in without directly meeting. Allow them to observe each other through a barrier. And only once they seem relaxed near one another, allow them to interact directly. And make sure your home has an abundance of vertical space, hiding spots, litter boxes, food and water stations, scratching posts, cozy resting spots, and other important feline resources. I'll include links to my favourite resources in the description below. So there you have it. Cats, those enigmatic creatures, can be both social butterflies and fierce defenders of their own space. It's a delicate balance, and understanding your cat's unique social preferences is the key to keeping them happy and stress-free. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more cat behaviour content. It really helps. And remember to share your own experiences with multi-cat households in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.